In a land known for its rolling green hills, ancient folklore, and mystical legends, there lies a tale that has been passed down for generations in Ireland. A tale that speaks of small, elusive creatures, brimming with mischief, cunning, and an affinity for gold. This is the legend of the Leprechaun, a being so rooted in Irish myth that one cannot imagine the country without its presence. Today, we journey into the heart of this captivating story, one that reveals the magic, mystery, and adventure of Ireland's most famous fairy. Long ago, in the deep and enchanted forests of Ireland, there lived a humble shoemaker named Finn. Finn was a simple man who lived in a quaint cottage at the edge of the forest, known for his skilled craftsmanship and the soft tapping sounds of his hammer that echoed through the woods. The villagers spoke of Finn's shoes as the most durable and comfortable in all of County Cork, but they also whispered about the peculiar noises and laughter that often emanated from his shop late at night. Many believed that Finn's talent wasn't entirely his own but rather aided by the work of a mysterious creature, a leprechaun. Leprechauns, it was said, were solitary fae-folk, no taller than a child, with beards as red as autumn leaves and eyes that sparkled like emeralds. Though they had an affinity for causing trouble, they were renowned for their shoemaking skills and their legendary pots of gold. Yet, no one had ever seen one up close, and only Finn seemed to possess any knowledge of their existence. One stormy evening, as the wind howled through the trees and lightning streaked across the sky, Finn heard a faint tapping coming from outside his door. It was unlike anything he had heard before, a light, rhythmic sound accompanied by a soft humming. Curious, Finn opened the door, and there, under the cover of darkness, he saw a small figure dressed in green, with a hat tilted to one side, busily mending a tiny pair of shoes. "Ah, I see you've found me, haven't you?" said the figure without even looking up. "And what'll it be then? Are you after my gold?" Finn stared in disbelief. This was it, a real leprechaun right at his doorstep. "Gold!" Finn stammered, barely believing his eyes. No, I just..." "Ah, save your breath, lad. It's always about the gold, isn't it? Everyone wants a piece of it," the leprechaun replied, rolling his eyes. "But I'll tell you what, I'm not giving it up so easily." Finn shook his head. "I don't want your gold," he said. "I only wish to understand, why do you hide in the woods? Why do you mend shoes when you could be doing anything else?" The leprechaun paused, his green eyes narrowing. "You are the first to ask such a question," he said thoughtfully. "Very well, I'll tell you. We leprechauns, you see, are bound by magic to protect the gold of our ancestors. It's a heavy burden, lad, one that requires cunning and secrecy. That's why we keep to ourselves and mend shoes. It's the only thing that keeps us grounded to this world." Finn listened intently, captivated by the leprechaun's words. He sensed a loneliness in the creature's voice, a longing for something more than the life he had been condemned to live. "Is there nothing that can change your fate?" Finn asked. The leprechaun's eyes gleamed. "There's one thing," he said. "An ancient spell that could release me from this curse. But it's dangerous, and it requires the help of a human. Would you be willing to assist me, lad?" Finn felt a surge of excitement. "I'll help you," he declared. "Tell me what I must do." To break the spell that bound him, the leprechaun, who introduced himself as Seamus, explained that Finn would need to find a rare silver clover hidden deep within the mountains. It was a magical plant that only bloomed once every 100 years, and it was said to possess the power to unlock any Fae's curse. "Beware," Seamus warned, "for many have sought this clover before, and none have returned. You'll face trials that test your courage, strength, and heart. But if you succeed, I'll share my gold with you, and more importantly, I'll be free." Finn nodded, determination burning in his eyes. The next morning, with Seamus perched on his shoulder, he set off into the forest, ready to embark on his journey. They trekked through thick woods, crossed rivers, and scaled rocky cliffs, encountering all manner of Fae creatures along the way. There were mischievous pixies who tried to lead them astray, will-o'-the-wisps that danced in the darkness, and a mighty banshee whose wails echoed across the land. But Finn pressed on, guided by Seamus's wisdom and his own unwavering resolve. At last, they reached the mouth of a cave that led deep into the heart of the mountains. It was there, within the cavern's depths, that the silver clover grew. As they entered the cave, Finn felt a chill run down his spine. The air was thick with magic, and the walls glistened with ancient runes that pulsed with an eerie light. Suddenly, a voice echoed through the darkness. "Who dares seek the silver clover?" it boomed. "To claim it, you must pass 3 trials, each one more difficult than the last. Are you prepared?" Finn took a deep breath. "I am," he said confidently. The first trial tested his strength, as Finn was pitted against a massive ogre that emerged from the shadows. With Seamus's encouragement, Finn fought bravely, using his shoemaker's tools to outwit and defeat the creature. The second trial tested his courage, as he was forced to cross a narrow bridge that spanned a bottomless chasm, with only the light of a single lantern to guide him. But it was the final trial that tested Finn's heart. He stood before a mirror that reflected his deepest fears and regrets. His loneliness, his unfulfilled dreams, and the longing he felt for a life of purpose and meaning. For a moment, he faltered, doubting whether he was truly worthy of the silver clover. But then he felt a tiny hand grasp his own. "You've come this far, lad," Seamus said softly. "Don't give up now." With renewed determination, Finn reached out and plucked the silver clover from the mirror's reflection, breaking the spell that held him captive. With the clover in hand, Finn and Seamus returned to the cottage, exhausted but triumphant. As they stood beneath the stars, Seamus began to glow with a brilliant light, his form shifting and changing until he stood tall and free, a man once more, freed from the curse of the leprechaun. "I owe you my life," Seamus said, tears glistening in his eyes. "And as promised, half my gold is yours." Finn shook his head. "I don't need your gold," he said with a smile. "I've gained something far more valuable, friendship." And so, the legend of the leprechaun came to an end, but the bond between Finn and Seamus endured. Together, they continued to explore the mysteries of the land, sharing their stories with anyone who would listen, and proving that even the smallest acts of kindness can change the course of fate. Years passed, and the tale of Finn and Seamus spread throughout Ireland, becoming a part of the country's rich tapestry of folklore. It was said that on quiet nights, if one listened closely, they could still hear the faint tapping of a hammer and the soft laughter of a leprechaun, echoing through the hills, a reminder that magic still lingered in the world for those who believed. And though Finn never sought out the gold, the villagers noticed that he always seemed to have just enough to get by, as if luck itself had decided to favor him. Whether it was Seamus's doing or simply a gift from the Fae, no one could say for sure. But one thing was certain: the legend of the Leprechaun would live on, inspiring generations to come with its tale of courage, friendship, and the enduring power of hope. Through acts of kindness and the willingness to help others, we break free from our own limitations. The story teaches us that while riches may glitter, it is love, loyalty, and the bonds we create that truly enrich our lives, reminding us that every act of bravery can spark the magic of transformation. If you enjoyed this story and found it interesting, please like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting stories. Your engagement helps us create more content that resonates with you and our community. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, keep reading, keep growing, and never stop exploring.